guys, and welcome back to JHS Halloween, and in today's video we are going to be doing the review on the jumping skull with Tombstone. Move on to the video. There's I think 2 other YouTubers with Undead review. I think Halloween Haunter is one of them, and there's another one. So I'm just, for now, unless I find someone else who has this review name, I'm gonna change it to Rottening Reviews, just because I want to have one that no one else has. So that is one other thing that changed. And the second thing is there is no more scheduled videos. It's just whenever. So that doesn't mean I'm gonna upload less. That actually means I might be uploading more, because there is nothing, I don't have to wait for the day to come to upload it. So that's exciting. And the Sitting Scarecrow should be coming any day by now, so I'm really excited about that. So let's move on to the review. Detail, freak factor, durability, accessibility, and price. So without any further ado, let's move on to the first one, which is detail. This is actually a 2014 prop, so let's start with the detail, and let's start with the Tombstone. So I have a few nicks and scratches on it because I bought this back in 2015 and it was a demo in 2014. So I really like the rest in peace sign with that skull up there. I really like how thick of a tombstone it is. I really like how sturdy and everything. That's durability though, but I love the detail and the slightly darker gray and all the different areas and all the different colors of gray, white, and black, and it's really, really cool. So that is the Tombstone, and now the skull. So I tried re-webbing it, but I'm very, very, very bad at webbing. I'm seriously very, very bad at webbing. I need to fix it up a little bit, but all of his webs fell off, but he has a very, very plain black cloth for a shirt. His hands are really cool and detailed. They have this black stuff all over them, and the face is also really, really creepy, although it's only half of a face, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. I really, really like the black mouth. The teeth are really, really cool. Everything about the head is really, really awesome. So and the eyes light up. So for detail, I have to give it a solid 7 out of 10, because there could be a little bit more black in the face and all of the little things there. So yeah, now let's move on to durability. This is a jumping prop, so the durability on all the jumping props are very, very, very fantastic. So when he's jumping up and down, if he ever breaks, you can just get a spider and then replace his head, so he won't break, although that's part of accessibility. I'll explain that later. But his durability for jumping is not that bad at all. His face is a really, really hard plastic, so it's not just gonna break if he falls forward or anything. His foot pads are very sturdy, and I have to say one thing that's a flaw is a tombstone here at the back. Let me just... Let's pretend that never happened. So, for the Tombstone here, all the back markings is not from me being little or from the demo. That's actually his hands piercing into the Tombstone. That's not a good thing, Spirit. It should have been like a plastic bat. Would have been very smart, because his hands just pierced into the Tombstone. And also the back here, the foot pad here broke. As you can see, there is no thing going upwards to connect in. Also, yeah, I have Halloween lights on my house, but there's nothing to stick it into his base, so his tombstone broke. It's not very good because it's so jumpy motion and everything. That's the one foot pad that has a lot of stress on it. So for durability, I have to give it a 6.5 out of 10, because the tombstone is really, really important, and it just broke like that dropped it down by 4 marks. And same with the it's mostly the Tombstone, to be completely honest. Yeah, and also if this happens, this goes for every jumping prop, by the way. But when they go down, don't worry, I know I'm pushing on the springs. It's okay though, because it's a jumping prop, it's not gonna break. But they could easily, if you put anything too heavy at the back here, it will click and then the gears will repeat themselves and it could snap the gears. So that's also what brings it down to 6.5. So now let's move on to accessibility. Accessibility, all you have to do is open him or lift his shirt up, although that kind of ruins the webs, so that's not very good for accessibility. But that is basically it. But the thing that really is bad for all the jumping props is I'm pretty sure, I keep repeating myself, I'm pretty sure that that the base is glued for all the jumping props. All techie toy bases like this are glued and screwed shut. The shotgun blast zombie is like that, the jumping spiders, everything is like that. So you cannot fix the gears if they break. And these springs, if they snap, you're done. If one of them snaps, or like, yeah, pretend that it just broke off, he will jump about this. Here, I'll literally let you. Here, I'll do it with the spring on, quickly. Okay, that's pretty fast. But if there's one spring, this is how fast he will go. By the way, oh, come on, get out. He won't even go up. See? It is super slow. So if one spring breaks, yeah, he's going that slow. So that is so bad. So it's really hard to fix these things. You'd have to get a whole new base. So for accessibility, I have to give it probably a 5. A 5, yeah. And I need to take these off, but I have to say I give this a 5 out of 10 for accessibility. I'm also going to take these webs off. Let's take them off. It looks like without the webs. Yeah, I'm going to get my sister to redo the webs for me because it's pretty bad, but let's move on to the next one. So now let's move on to price. So the price for this guy, I'm not 100% sure I remember, but it was between 100 and 150. If it's anywhere over that, it's pretty low. But if it's between that number or even lower, the price is very good. So I have to say the price has to be a good 9, not even 9, 10 out of 10. The price is very good on this prop. If the price is completely out of that range, it is on the screen right now what the actual score 4 out of 10 the price is, depending on what the price actually is, because I do not remember. But now let's move on to the last and final, which is Freak Factor, which that will help this guy boost a little bit of his score. Last but not least, we are going to move on to the final one, which is Freak Factor. Now, if you did not know, on Rottening reviews, Freak Factor is not detail. Do not mistake in Freak Factor for detail. It is not whatsoever detail. It is a little bit, but not really. What Freak Factor is its animation and how his animation looks together, how much they are going to scare you. The detail is not how much is going to scare you. It is my overall opinion on how it looks. The Freak Factor is how much this thing is going to scare you. So, starting off, I want to address that. The Tombstone. Because this Tombstone's broken, I can't really, do it. But you kind of saw in the demo. The Tombstone, when he hits it, flails down like that. Like, it's a full-blown boom. Especially if you're, this also goes for durability. That is why it's a little low. But if you're standing right here expecting, it to pop up, it's going to whack you. So, that's really scary. It is really scary that the Tombstone is going to fly towards you. That's really scary. And so with him, every jumping prop, you don't see what's behind this Tombstone. It looks like a normal Tombstone until this thing, boom, whacks it over, jumps out at you, and has the Tombstone fly towards you. This thing is very scary and scares everybody that I've ever seen walk past this thing at my haunt. So Freak Factor, if I could, 11 out of 10. I know I can't usually do that, but because this guy had very low rating on almost all of his things, on all 5 of them, I'm going to give him an 11 out of 10 because he seriously needs it, because he's pretty low. Now let's move on to the last and final little thing about Rottening reviews. Final thing is a recommendation. Do I recommend him? I know you can't really get him anymore, but if you find him, get him. Get him. He is such an awesome prop. I hated him when I first got him. I don't know why I even got him. I did not like him. I don't know why I got him if I didn't like him. I think it was because he was rare. He's not really rare, but you get what I'm saying. He was from a year that he's discontinued from, so he's like kind of rare. And I love this thing. Grew on me so much. I love this thing now. So if you can get your hands on this thing for a price that's $200 or cheaper, if it's over $200, don't buy it. Don't buy it. It's not worth it. If it's $200 or below, buy it. It is really, really worth it, and this will scare everybody. Will scare everybody. So yeah, that is a huge thing. Do I recommend this? Yes, I recommend this to anybody. So, because it'll blend right into the graveyard. So right on the screen right now, that is the final score out of 50, because there's 10 detail, freak factor, durability, accessibility, and price. And they're all out of 10, so 10 times 5 is 50. So out of 50, that's what he gets. So without any further ado, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.